So you have a itinerary and your love overlanding. You have plans to do it big on the trails and some super glamping. One idea, deep news and reviews, a podcast the first rate and here just for you. You don't have to think about it, join us and be about it. Something interesting we want to hear about it, come on let's talk about it. Welcome to Waypoint Overland's Random Waypoints Podcast.
Sponsored by MIDLAND Communication for Every Adventure, the industry leader in radio communication technology and innovation for over 50 years. Sponsored by MYMEDIC. Sponsored by TEMBO TUSK. Sponsored by Shower Pouch. Sponsored by DMOS Collective, mission built and made for mobility. Sponsored by BrewTrek. Sponsored by Hard Impact Designs.
Always remember, the opinion you follow should be your own. Just consider the things stated here to be a second opinion from a complete stranger online.
What's up? How you doing, Candy?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I am doing great. I'm well rested. Had a good breakfast. It's been a good week. I've gotten good news. I have nothing bad to say about life. What about you?
Same here. I'm just I'm enjoying the cooler weather out here in the Mojave Desert. Fall is in the air.
Yes, it's already started raining every day here. Leaves are dropping. Leaves have started changing color. So we're getting an early fall. I'm wondering what the East is like. Is their fall early?
So my understanding, because I do have firsthand information on that, the leaves are already starting to change.
Okay.
Yeah, because my husband is back east right now. He's in Asheville. And so he spent the weekend in Kentucky and he did some Bourbon Trail. And then he went to Mammoth Caves National Park and spent the weekend camping there. And he said the leaves were gorgeous. So the fall colors are there. They're beautiful and amazing. And he was soaking it all up.
So is he loosened up? Is he having a good time?
Yeah, he says he's really enjoying himself, which is good to hear.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I am glad to hear that.
Yeah, his first solo trip, and he's really starting to enjoy it. And the thing about it is, I had to push him out the door. So, because initially he told me, he says, I don't necessarily want to go by myself. I'm like, everyone should do this at least one time in their life. Go. And I shoved him out the door, and I'm like, you're going on a walkabout, buddy. So now,
No, go ahead.
So now he's telling me, he's like, this was the best thing I could have done. So
I agree with you that everybody should do a solo trip at least once, at least to find out that you don't like doing it. Do you really not like doing it? Like, I'm obviously a person who loves solo travel, but I learned that I have a limit to how many days I can be by myself. And I mean completely by myself, where I don't see another person anymore.
Of course.
Last year, I camped for the first time solo for 14 days straight where I didn't see anyone. And that was weird, and I'll never do it again. That was way too long. I think I
was it in Alaska?
It was in Alaska. Well, it was actually in the Yukon. I had crossed over into Dawson. Okay. And I camped right there on that little river. Is that the Yukon River? And
yes,
someone gave me a spot near Dawson City on the Yukon River to camp. And so I stayed there for 14 days, and I wanted to quit, but I had said I was going to do 14 days. And I was like, I want to feel it. I want to know what this is like. I want to have done it. I never want to do it again. I have no interest. After about 7 days, I was ready to quit. So my limit is about 7 days, and 7 days is a lot. And again, I'm not talking about just camping. I mean camping where you are isolated and there's no other person to talk to, no cell service, no nothing. It's not for
Have
me.
Have you seen that TV show called Alone?
I watch it all the time. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you know that where they end up breaking most of the time, unless they incur physical injury, is psychologically. They start crying and boo-hooing and missing people, and that's where they crack most of the time.
I understand. Now, if I played that game, I would not crack because of that. Because there's money involved. That would keep me sane. It would be even the people who are good at hunting on the show, they still drop a tremendous amount of weight. They're still hungry every day. That would be the hard thing for me.
Oh, me too. I'm an eater. I like food. I don't like being hungry. That's torture.
Yeah, I like Alone. There's a new show that's trying to be like Alone on Netflix. I haven't watched it yet, but it's kind of like Alone, but you team up with a partner and they allow you to sabotage other teams.
Oh, I saw an advertisement for that. That looks crazy. I think I saw the first 2 episodes.
How was that?
Well, I didn't get to finish it because I was leaving to go on a trip. So it's not like I stopped watching it because I wasn't entertained by it. It was just, I was in the middle of it and I just never picked it back up again because I don't watch TV whenever I'm on the road. So I just forgot all about it whenever I got back. But I thought it was, I didn't really care for it because I don't like the drama that stuff like that brings. I want to see, like Alone, at least, you see their emotions, you see their skills, you see, how I can improve my skills. Go, oh, I didn't even think about that. Gosh, that looks really cool. Cause I'm a survival nerd. So I've watched all the Les Stroud stuff and I've seen, all the one where the husband and wife are married and they start bickering and stuff, but they're in real survival situations, dual survival. I've seen all of those shows. So I enjoy more of that. I'm no drama mama. I don't like it. I don't find it entertaining. I prefer it to be more like the real thing as opposed to, oh, let's go and cheat and, steal their stuff and all that other stuff. I'm not into that. So that's where it fell short for me.
We are on the same page about that. There's too much excitement in just the God honest truth of survival. You don't have to produce it. There's plenty of drama.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Are you ready for the news?
Yeah. What's in the news?
Well, it seems like almost every week we are talking about the Rebelle rally. Jeep brand announced that they're supporting the Rebel rally for the 8th consecutive year. And they're setting their sights on their 3rd consecutive wins for overall, electrified, and bone stock. So I don't know if you know, but Jeep has pretty much put up a reputation of being a winner at the Rebelle rally. So it's exciting that they're back, but I just wanted to put that out there that they win a lot.
That's not a surprise to me at all. I mean, they're one of the most capable 4-wheel drive vehicles ever built. They pretty much started it. They invented, all of this almost, at least a lot of it. So, but I think Toyota's going to give them a good run for their money. They're all in too this year. Toyota's they've got 6 sponsored vehicles going in, plus the, just the vehicles that people own that aren't sponsored, by Toyota. They're bringing their own Toyotas. So did you know that includes Azure and Ava?
I sure did.
Yeah.
I sure did.
Yeah, it's an older one, but they've got a little 2001 Toyota Land Cruiser that they're competing in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Jeep 4x4s, just so you know, have taken 6 of 7 overall wins and 4 of 7 of the coveted Bone Stock Awards over the past 7 years. So they've been in it to win it, and they've been winning.
Yeah.
You mentioned Toyota. They actually doubled the number of teams participating in the annual Rebel Rally. Have you taken a look at the photos of the vehicles that they're sending? Whoa.
Yeah. Well, and not all of them are brand new either, which I found very interesting. I know that they've doubled down on the 2023 Toyota Sequoia TRD Pro on there. Then they've got a 2024 runner in it, a 2022 Tundra TRD Pro. They're all pros, the TRD pros. So they're not bringing anything else in other than that. But who I was surprised to see? So we were talking about the Mach-E that's competing, right? It's not the only electrical vehicle in that. Rivian has 3 that they brought in. Wow. Did you see that?
I didn't see that.
Yeah. So they're all 2023 Rivian R1Ts.
Mm-hmm.
And they are sponsored by Rivian. And I was very surprised to see that, actually, because, to be honest, whenever Rivian first came onto the scene several years ago, I thought, well, this isn't going to last. But here they are, killing it. So good for them.
So hopefully people will be looking at footage of the Rivian team right now. Rivian has been really trying to be the SUV in that segment, electric segment.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever watch the TV show? Not the TV show, but an episodic series called Long Way Up?
Yes, with the motorcycles.
Yes.
Yeah, motorcycle traveling. Yeah.
Well, they went up from Argentina all the way back. They went the opposite direction on the Pan Am, and their chase cars were Rivians before they were even out. So Rivian has really been trying to test their vehicles, and I think that they'll be the first vehicle that's an actual vehicle that we'll consider realistically as an electric vehicle for overlanding, because it seems like a lot of their research and development is toward that direction.
So something else about that too, I saw a news article that came out yesterday. What's today? Is today October 2nd?
3rd.
Oh, today's the 3rd. Okay. So it came out yesterday, October 2nd. And it is a modified version of the Rivian, and it's called the Nirvana. And it is from, let's see, Apocalypse Manufacturing. So they did looks like a whole body kit to it and things like that. And it looks like they call it the nearly unrecognizable battle-ready machine.
You're gonna have to send me a link to that.
Yep. No, I just saw it in the news today, but it is called the Nirvana.
The Toyota team, like I said, they doubled the number. And if you're interested in watching this, Toyota once again is going to be doing what would you call it? A webcast, a live webcast of the Rebelle Rally, and you can catch it at www.rebellerally.com/live. And you can witness the triumphs and challenges faced by the incredible women as they navigate through the rugged terrain, and you'll get to see what's going on in the shops when they're working on the vehicles. You'll get to see everything that's going on. I believe they even have some cameras that are going to be inside the Toyota vehicles. So again, that's www.rebellerally.com//live. And that's REBELLERALLY.
So they start October 12th till the 21st. So it's a long race.
Oh yeah, 14,000 miles.
Well,
all across Nevada and California.
So yeah, it's and plus it's at 62 teams. I believe I read that this is the largest Rebelle Rally that they've ever had so far. The largest number of teams.
Well, me and you've been doing the news on this the past few weeks, and just about every major motor company has announced that they got a vehicle, or I'm sorry, a team of vehicles that are involved in this. So the Rebelle Rally has always been a class act, but this thing has really exploded. This is like a major thing. I am predicting, I don't know anything, but I am predicting next year they will be on ESPN.
That would be really cool.
I think it would be very cool. They've had outdoor racing similar to this on there, and it was just a pure race where, you know, they were wrecking the vehicles, they were going really fast. They have stock, they have F1. So it's not like this would be something that doesn't fit into their programming. Matter of fact, I think it would be more entertaining than some of the other vehicle sports that they have, or motor sports that they have on ESPN.
I agree. And because, you know, it's also an all women's competitive rally is also part of what makes it very interesting. So, yeah, that's why I'm not surprised, because these are badass ladies, and they deserve that kind of exposure.
Oh, yeah. And I look at it kind of like women's tennis. I'm about to get myself in trouble with everything I'm about to say. You know, there's always talk about women's wages and stuff like that. And then they'll bring up like the WNBA and stuff like that. And a lot of times, in my opinion, the women don't deserve the money because they don't bring in the excitement with their version of that sport versus the male version. This particular thing, like tennis, the girls are the better option to view. I would rather watch the girls who know what they're doing, are well trained, and are doing something exciting versus all of the other male motorsports that I currently see on ESPN. Just like tennis, I prefer watching women's tennis because I think it's a better sport. It's visually a better sport than the men's, and I don't mean because the girls are in skirts. That don't hurt.
Right. Easy on the eyes.
So it wouldn't be like they're doing them a favor by having them on TV. What they're doing, what the product that they have that they can produce for you would be, I think, addictive. And I would even go as far as to say someone, it needs to be me because it's my idea, but someone needs to do a series along with the Rebelle Rally where it's more like a reality show. You know, like following Eva and Azure around, catching them having an argument because they went the wrong way or something like that. You know what I mean? Or things like that. Just a thought.
I think that would be very entertaining. I think people would be very into that too.
So I've talked to a lot of people who are usually what we consider in the know. And everybody argued with me about the Ineos Grenadier, and they were saying, oh, it's never going to be built.
Oh, I remember who said that because I was there.
Well, that's just one person. I don't know who you're talking about, but there's been a bunch. Okay. Okay. But a lot of people were telling me that this vehicle wasn't going to occur. And I kept telling everybody, no, I've talked to people in this company high up, and they're all telling me, no, this is going to happen. They explained to me. I had the world arguing with me. So I'm glad to announce the Ineos Grenadier is finally heading to the U.S., and they have announced that the first batch of the Grenadier SUVs left the production line, and they're bound for America.
So I personally know people who actually have deposits on these. So I wonder how long it's going to be before they get theirs, because that would be very cool to see. I was all in with this sucker because whenever I saw it in person, I saw it last year at Overland Expo East. And I spent a lot of time with it because, you know, we've been looking for a platform, a larger platform than the Jeep for a long time. We just hadn't found one yet. And man, let me tell you, this thing was hot. I love the way that it looks. I think that it's going to be great performance-wise. And somebody has got to come out there. I would be surprised if Alucab didn't come out with a pop top for it, because it looks exactly like the Icarus and the Hercules. So, because you're talking about the Defender and then the Troopies, it looks very similar to the platform that they like for those pop tops. So I would really like to see an Alucab pop top on it.
Well, I'm very interested in it. And you were asking about the orders, and you had some friends who had deposits. Well, there's 7,000 orders from America. So I don't know if it's first come, first serve, or what model you picked or whatever, but 7,000 orders. That's a lot actually for a vehicle that hasn't been proven. So they're doing pretty good. I'm excited about it. I can't wait to start seeing some of them on the street.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm already looking forward to the next iteration of it, because I feel like all these trucks, once they come out, then they're going to come out with the second version with all the things that you actually want.
Yep.
I believe that some of these vehicles, they've already solved some of the range problems, or at least increased the range a bit, but they're holding off on their first iterations of these vehicles. Because I've seen it done in almost every kind of industry I've ever had anything to do with. They will already have the second edition, but they don't, instead of pushing that out, they hold on to it. Yeah, of course. I remember them doing that back in the 80s with the first attempt with the electric cars. Remember, I think it was Chevrolet came out with an electric car.
I believe you might be right. I remember they look like little spaceships.
But I watched all kind of documentaries about it, and a lot of the complaints about it, they had all of that stuff. They knew what to do, but they wanted to sell those vehicles first. I got something funny for you in the news today. So, have you ever heard of Pomfret, Vermont?
Pomfret, Vermont? Nope.
Okay. You never heard of the town, but I guarantee you've been there. It's where Sleepy Hollow Farm is, where they like to take the picture of that farm with the backdrop of the gold and red fall colors in Vermont and everything. It's a very famous picture. I guarantee you, because you've been to Vermont enough, you've been in that area. Anyway, Pomfret, Vermont is banning influencers from taking pictures of its fall foliage.
What?
Yeah, eager to get a perfect pic for the gram, influencers have clogged up rural roads and gotten their cars stuck in the dirt, hopped fences onto private property, and left trash in their wake. So influencers are coming for, like I said, that famous picture of that vista with the farm. And this is something I've complained about. You know what I call them? I call them bangers, where they really don't go on a trip. They just come, click that photo, then they post and tell you about, oh, we spent the day.
The baggers.
Yeah.
The baggers. Yeah.
So for people listening, we have an inside joke amongst me and my friends. We call some influencers baggers because all they do is bag the shot, but they really don't do any of the things that they say. So a lot of the baggers like to come here and take pictures. And they say that the situation has gotten so bad this year that the locals worried that emergency vehicles would be unable to pass through. And so the officials had to ban influencers coming to the town taking photos.
So how do you enforce that is my question. Do they have their version of the meter maid come around writing tickets or something? I mean, how do you enforce that?
So first of all, I don't know. But if I were to guess, since I've driven through a lot of small towns, those sheriffs usually have like mayoral type power in those towns. And they'll have like, what do they call it when they give just a regular citizen power from the sheriff? You'll have like
Deputize
deputy.
them?
They usually have half the town is usually deputized. So I don't think it'll be hard. I believe they'll set up shop around that farm, and the moment you pull over, you're done.
I could see how they could, prohibit you from parking on the sides of the road with signage and things like that. But I mean, they can't stop people from taking photos with their phone. Come on. But they can make it very difficult for you to pull over to the side of the road by banning you from doing that, saying no parking zones and things like that.
And I don't think they'll bother people who take the time to park their vehicle in the proper place and walk to it or whatever. It's just, I believe it's just going to be the cars that pull over.
Yeah. I get that. I could see that, because there's a certain amount of courtesy you need to give a place that you're visiting. Don't be that guy. Don't be that crappy tourist, Mm-hmm. Be courteous to these people. They live there. You're a guest. Act like a good guest.
I hope this doesn't go further, but I think it will. Because still in Vermont, like a couple of times I've gone bridge chasing. You go check out all the covered bridges and photograph them and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And every single bridge I go to, what I just described is going on. People are blocking the path. They'll like park their vehicle on the bridge, get out the vehicle to take a picture of their vehicle. But by doing that, they've blocked the bridge. And almost every single one of these bridges is an actual road. So you're like preventing residents from getting to their homes. They're usually like off of a road, then you take a dirt road to get to that bridge, and then it leads to some small residential little area or farms or whatever.
Well, in addition to that too, you're taking up a single lane road. So somebody can't even get around you whenever you do that. Because it's a single lane.
Yep. Yeah. I'm thinking that this might be a sign of things to come, not just in Vermont, but across the country. I think as word gets out on this, and if it is effective, I can see other small towns in Vermont doing it, then I could see this thing blowing up in a very short period of time. Because there's always an attempt to restrict us from special places, remote places. So this is not good. We need to behave.
Oh yeah.
I'm pissed off because my favorite place in the United States is Vermont. To just drive around and look around and whatever. And I would hate for one of my favorite places in America to become so restricted that I don't want to go there anymore, or it won't be any fun to go there anymore. I got something for you here. Another one, social media. Got a lot of social media stuff. A social media tip led to the arrest of a gentleman named Paul Stromberg in Howard, Colorado, for bear poaching. He's being charged with poaching a sow black bear and 2 cubs and dumping the dead animals on public land.
Okay.
Officers located the 3 dead bears after fielding an anonymous tip and reports about the animals on social media. So on Friday, September 29th, agents from the Colorado Parks and Wildlife, they went and they discovered the 3 dead bears on state trust land. And this is around the town of Salida. You were just driving through there on the way home, weren't you?
Yeah. That just seems so pointless and random. I mean, did the bears threaten him in any way? Did he need the meat or something? Is he a subsistence survivor? I mean, he just dumped these carcasses on land just as they were. I mean, he just killed these poor animals.
Well, I'll update you as I know more. he's 52 years old, Paul Stromberg, and he's facing felony and misdemeanor charges in relation to the illegal wildlife killings.
Good. When people do things like that, it makes them the animals.
Yes.
Not the bears. That's terrible. That's disgusting. Because he didn't need the meat or anything like that. It's just a pointless loss of life.
And this is an exponential loss of life because one, it's more than one animal, and two, it was a mother and its children. So you've killed her and the next generation, and that generation can't, so that down the line affects the number more than just 3. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, I do.
And even if it didn't, that's just wrong, cruel, and disgusting.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's a very unfortunate loss of life.
I can't show this footage, but if you go to the AP news service on YouTube, and I sent you the link, federal officials captured a rare photo of a jaguar crossing the U.S.-Mexico border. I was talking to you about this offline, that jaguars were completely extirpated from the United States by the mid-1900s, which means they were extinct in our area. They weren't an extinct animal. And they were photographed by a trail camera in Arizona on 2 different occasions this spring. So it looks like we are going to have jaguars coming back. And the reason the jaguar was able to make it through is because the barriers that were put up during one of these administrations was removed. So it made it easier for him to get through.
So it's a proper jaguar, like from the Amazon jungle jaguar.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Let the games begin.
So this marks only the 7th jaguar sighting on U.S. soil since 1996. Like I said, they basically just destroyed all of them, killed them all here, and ran them down into the southern part of North America. But yeah, that's the first one since 2016.
That's pretty cool.
Now, I sent you this video, and this is another one from the AP News. Did you see the mother and her son?
Oh, yes, I did. This is another bear story. Oh, my gracious. I don't know that I would have had that woman's courage to just freeze.
So people only audio, let me explain to them what we're talking about. AP, and you can go to the YouTube channel and look this up. A mother had to protect her son as a bear jumped on the picnic table and started eating their lunch. And this occurred in Monterrey, Mexico. And wow, what did you think about when you saw that?
I thought she was very, very lucky that bear didn't turn and try to eat their faces, because it was literally right there in their face. And she was so courageous to just sit there and grab her son, the way that she was cradling him. And she's like, just don't look at this animal. Don't look at it. Just trust me. And she just sat there, very brave. And I don't know that I could have done that, because that's a bear and it's in your face, because they were sitting at this picnic table. So you have to imagine this picnic table, and it's a picnic table, and she's sitting there with her son, and this bear just jumps up and is just eating all their food.
Right. So
there. So rather than running and risking getting chased down and killed by this thing, she just sat there and just froze and let the bear do its thing. So good on her, man.
And she covered up the eyes of her child. She stated that her son is extremely fearful of animals. So she had to think fast. She pulled him close and covered his eyes and just tried to keep him calm so he wouldn't react.
Yes.
So that's impressive that, okay, I'm scared.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fearful for my child's life. There's a bear not feet away from me,
Mm-hmm.
it's next to me.
It's breathing in your face.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's inches away from me. And I have to stay calm for my child. And I have to I have to think of what's the strategy to protect my child. Mm-hmm. And you're a parent, I'm a parent. That's something that you think about all the time, but it doesn't get that drastic most of the time. Mm-hmm. So I can't even fully imagine, because I never had a situation that dire.
Food must have been really good, because that bear was mowing down.
Well, I just want to say before we end the news, we spent a lot of time talking about different animals dying because of disrespectful human beings. Some people are feeding the animals. Some people are in areas where the animals are and they have their food exposed. I just want to end this with, I'm not saying don't go into bear areas, but know what you're doing. Know how to store your food. Know how to react to bears. Because the situation we just described, she could have done one small minor thing differently, and this story would be different. So that's that. You got anything you want to say? You got any news?
I've been watching this for a long time, because whenever I do eventually travel overseas, this is a landmark that I actually want to visit. The Sagrada Familia Tower. It's the cathedral in Spain. It's been under construction for 140 years. And it is, let's see, the 4 towers on this cathedral have finally been completed more than 140 years after the first stone was laid. So it's a little bit closer to being completely finished now. It's expected to be completely finished by 2026. So I am very excited to see this as it's going to be finished. Because I mean, like our previous generation never got to see it completed, and the people who started building this never got to see it completed. So you're talking almost 145 years later, this whole construction process has gone on. And, they never, the original architect never saw it completed either. He got hit by a bus.
That's crazy.
So it's kind of a big deal. And so just a little blurb. It's almost done. 2026 is when it's projected to be done finally. And I'm excited to see it.
Well, it makes me think about something else. Something I always tell people: you cannot wait on the places you want to go and the things that you want to do, because you don't know if it'll still be there or if it'll be the same. Mm-hmm. Just like you're bringing this up, and it's an exciting thing to do in the future, but there are probably some people who wanted to go there because they heard about how it was now. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's about to be over with. Mm-hmm. If you have a dream of going somewhere because of how remote or rugged it is, or because it's this special place or this special building, you better go now. You don't know if that country is going to become war-torn. You don't know if anything can happen where that place is no longer a viable place to visit. I was talking to you the other day about like if you don't go this year to Glacier and see a glacier, you might not be able to see one in a couple of years. It's barely a glacier there now. Mm-hmm. I would never, if I wanted to show someone a glacier, I would never take them to Glacier to see a glacier, because they have like baby glaciers. And I've been living in Washington for 13 years now, and I've been going to Glacier every year, multiple times. Mm-hmm. When I first got here, they had a full-blown, solid glacier.
Mm-hmm.
Now you literally have to explain to people, no, it's right there. Look, it's right there. You have to literally point it out. Whereas before it was so prominent that you were like, oh, that's a glacier, right? Because it's like right in your face. Mm-hmm. Now it's just like a little slither of ice.
Yeah.
But my point being is you cannot put off your dreams. You cannot put off special places you want to go, because those special places will change, whether it be for, it could be an earthquake. It could be some legal thing. It could be war. It could be global warming. Go out there and enjoy yourself and follow your dreams.
You have been listening to Waypoint Overland's Random Waypoints. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.